Yeah. How does it
They
feel?
all remember my oldest three kids were part of the decision to do this, so
Yeah.
they're all nervous,
Yeah.
but they're not angry.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Because they know what this was part of what the deal was
Yeah.
and part of what they asked for. So
But how does he feel about high school? Is he nervous? Like, it's a big milestone that I think sometimes can get lost in a big family because we've kind of been through it. Or even if you have a few kids. You haven't talked about it a lot. The fact that he's about to be in high school. Does he care?
like
Does
I've
he
told
talk
you
about
from
it?
my experience, the older boys get, the easier that they are to function with, and the older girls get, the more difficult it is.
Yeah.
So for him, he's getting older, and
He's
it's like, you excited for high school? Yeah. You nervous? Uh-huh.
yeah. I have one. Jonas is a freshman, and as we're getting ready for school, and then I wanted to hear about school supplies. But he's planning with his brother to go to homecoming. So, like, that's a big conversation. Yesterday, his friends were over, and they were, like, all talking about what they're going to wear and who they're going to take a ride with. And so he's cruising compared to, like, Isaiah, because, like, people walk around saying, like, oh, that's Isaiah's brother. Oh, that's Elijah's brother. So he's already known in the team and whatever. And so he has a friend that's a freshman, and one of Elijah's friends was like, listen, you can ride with me and your date. You know how it's like, but he's like in high school but can't drive to homecoming. And he was like, but I'm not taking any more freshmen, so he got to tell his friend he can't come. So just hearing those and hearing his excitement, and that's where in that conversation is where they told me, can you please have Isaiah leave in October so all three brothers could go to homecoming? I was like, no, we're going to have two brothers. So I don't know if you're hearing, that's what I mean with the whole high school thing, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's a new experience.
My oldest daughter is talking about dresses already. You got to start thinking
For
about
prom.
that. Well, homecoming.
Homecoming, yes. So what about school supplies? You guys doing it this week, or you've already done it? You could usually are more on point than I am.
We've done a bunch of it. We've done some stuff online, some stuff not. But remember, in a new school district, we haven't been assigned teachers yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Most people have, but our kids
Yeah.
haven't because we only finally got registered and like unregistered from the old district last week.
Yeah.
So they had to get transcripts in. My oldest kids don't have their schedules. They don't know who their teachers are.
Oh, yeah.
My younger boys don't know who their teacher is. So yesterday we were at a back to school event, and there's 4 fourth grade teachers, and each teacher has their own list of supplies you need.
Oh, yeah.
So which one should I get? Well, we've got the basics,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
notebooks, folders, crayons, colored pencils, things
That's
like that.
good.
But we're still waiting on the other things.
Is that a big event at your house?
No.
It was at my house. Like when I was, not my kids, I'm saying when I was little, that was like fun.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Before?
It was a big deal, but we don't do one big shopping trip. There's too many people. So, like Sarah will be out shopping and see a deal on something, so she'll buy that. The bigger deal is shoes and clothes shopping is what
Yeah. Because
Sarah
they're older?
typically takes them. Well, no, because it has to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have an expectation, they get a couple new outfits, and they all need new shoes.
Yeah.
And then we fight over when they get to start wearing them.
Yeah.
And the little boys have to wait till the first day of school.
Aw. Mike is here. What's up, Mike? And Tammy, what's up, girl? Leslie says good morning. And Tweety says good morning. Also,
Hi, Tweety.
I wanted to know, do you have a favorite back to school thing that you guys do?
No.
Yeah, I know Sarah does pictures. She don't do pictures?
She's done them every year.
Not
The
necessarily
kids-
with a board, just like
we
a picture.
do not do the board. We've never done the board.
Never?
We don't do the board.
Yeah.
But part of it is we've consistently for many years now had 5 kids in 3 different schools.
Yeah.
So there's never a moment where you're like, okay, everyone's getting on the bus.
Yeah.
No, you've got shifts. You've got 3 shifts,
Mm-hmm.
and so you really don't have time to like dawdle with any one.
Yeah.
And plus I've never been into that thing, but she does her best to do first day school pics in the front step and such.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she will this year with a new school and new house and everything. So
Miss Oris is here. Miss Anita's on YouTube. KP, good morning, on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. I saw somebody liked. Make sure to press the like button. It helps.
now you're doing a new thing for school.
Yeah, I am. And it's like I already felt the relief with Jonah. And so it's kind of like a hybrid. It's not full-time school online. It's like they have teachers per subject. And so they have their Zoom class once a week and then lots of homeworks and projects that they work on. So it's more like college would be than school. And so what's come off my table is the curriculum and instruction and reading, All I do is like, are you doing your homework? Len's plugging in with my high schooler with math. He's an awesome math teacher.
Well, yeah, he's a physics major. He better be.
Oh, he's so tight. But then, like, I did more math than Len. But I'm the kind of mom, it's so messed up. They found a TikTok that shows it. That I would be like, you don't understand? 20 plus 30. Look, you don't know this? Isaiah would cry when I would teach him. And then Len started it, and it was like, it was so messed up. So I just gave up. And so I feel it already because Jonah started a week ago. So it's really like, if you need a tutor, let me know. Then, okay, you're going to meet. Len already set up a schedule. The younger kids start today. I'm really excited for them because it also releases me for Nia, who I am teaching, but she's second grade. So I can do a lot of the things I did with the older ones that I just didn't have time for.
Is she doing the virtual thing too?
No, she's not.
Is she the only one?
She's the only one that's not. And so it's second grade. I can engage with her more the way my older kids still to this day say, man, you used to do lap books with us. We used to read so much more. You know, but I got, you know how it is with big families. So I can connect with her more. And so the other ones will just be doing their projects. What I was going to say about homeschooling, oh my gosh. If you know homeschoolers, they'll all tell you this happens. Grades are not a big deal for us. Everybody knows what grade they're on, but we don't make a big deal because we're all together. And so Nia found out yesterday she's in second grade. I was like, yeah, she knows it's next year and she knows we're doing harder things. But we were like getting school supplies and I was like, yeah, you know, because you're in second grade now. She's like, I'm in second grade? Oh my goodness. And I was like, whoa. And that's happened before with the pediatrician. They'll be like, what grade are you in? And then they look at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God their pediatrician is like way out in the country and she knows homeschoolers. But yeah, so Nia's happy today because she just found out. But yeah, I'm excited because there's things I have to take off my table. And that one, homeschooling a lot of kids, and I know homeschoolers out there that do it. But it's just a different challenge. Like when I had 6 kids and let's say 3 are in school, but you have 3 preschoolers. Once they all start moving, now you have all in grades.
Yeah.
It was a different thing. When you have preschoolers, it's different because it's like, okay, y'all go play, and then you're dealing with the older ones. Yeah, so this is like, the last couple years have been like 5 or 6 kids all in school.
Yeah,
so
that's a lot. You
challenge.
made it longer than we did.
Yeah, how old were your youngest ones?
She started, Grace, I don't remember exactly, but I remember when she added a third doing school, it was just too much. She just felt she was missing out with the babies.
Oh, yeah.
And it just wasn't for her at that point anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's not for you.
No, yeah, I get that. Yeah. I get that. Jannelle, what's up? And really, Brian? Look.
Rob, turn it up.
Rob, I saw your mama yesterday. I was at a back to school festival, but it was like family.
Oh, I thought you were starting a joke.
No.
That's how a lot of jokes start. I saw your mom.
And then I told Giselle, that's Rob's mom. She's so awesome. Tammy says, I remember I couldn't wait to get to wear new shoes. Back to school was fun. Deal. The only thing I dreaded about back to school is what I told you. We had to go on that trip. So I had to hang out with a bunch of kids that didn't like me. Oh my gosh. And then you had you had to share a room. I hated that. And I remember one day, I think I was in 7th grade, and the day before I told Mommy, can you please call the headmaster and just be like, Jannelle can't go? And she made me go. Was there any part of, maybe middle school, that you dreaded going back to school? Or were you just good, like looking forward to school?
I didn't like school in middle school, but I didn't think I had a choice, so I just...
Were you popular?
No.
You, like, where were you?
Somewhere in the mushy middle.
Were you socially anxious because of some of the dynamics?
No, I had a group of friends that I cared about.
Oh, that helps.
So I was never super anxious socially.
That helps.
No.
For me, I wasn't clinically socially anxious. It was just because I wasn't cool.
And because you were asking for more homework?
So I was the nerd, which Edwin still calls me. But I was going to say, finding, even if it's one person, such like you're set.
Yep.
In 10th grade, when I was looking in my locker for my books, and a girl passed by and I overheard her speaking Spanish, I turned around, I was like, oh my gosh, what's your name? And she told me it was Marcella. She's still my best friend now. we were like this. I didn't even care if nobody else liked me. And I think, for our kids, it's just finding that one person.
Yeah, you want that for them.
Lauren says, favorite part was getting to pick up all the new clothes from layaway. Yeah. Oh, that's too cool, Lauren. And Mike says he hated middle school.
Yeah, middle school was terrible.
And when you're in middle school, you don't realize it's that for everybody. Even the popular kids. Or what to us, or to the unpopular ones. So even hearing some years ago you say, yeah, it's terrible for everybody, made me realize, oh my gosh, it's not that I had problems.
Yeah, you hadn't heard that before? I heard it a lot.
No.
Middle school sucks. And
high school, is it a thing, like even for the unpopular girl? High school, like everybody was good.
Yes,
even
generally
the mean
speaking,
people.
that's true. But even when I was in my teacher education, like it used to be that they changed this when I was in college, but there was 3 licensures, elementary, middle, and secondary.
Yeah.
You would be like, what was it, a K4, 5, 8, 9, 12 were the licensures, and they changed that because they couldn't get anybody to do the middle school licensure. So nobody wanted to teach middle school because it's horrible. So it became I was licensed 512, knowing there was no part of me that had any interest.
Yeah.
I almost got a job in a middle school, but praise the Lord I didn't.
Wow, that's crazy. Jannelle says, I was not unpopular, but middle school was still very stressful for me. That's good to hear, because, the unpopular kids think it's just them. And Carlton says,
Jannelle was popular. Wow.
Yeah, Jannelle. And you are on Team Jannelle. See, Brian, I'm basically popular. Carlton said, I was not unpopular, but middle school was still very stressful. No, I'm sorry. Carlton says, I absolutely hated middle school. Angie says, middle school was where we merged with the other schools that surrounded the area.
Yep.
So I think that is what makes it tough.
Yeah. So, like, my school district had, 4 elementary schools.
Yeah.
That would, or more than that would dump into 2 middle schools. We were so big, we had 2 middle schools.
Yeah.
And so you would be dumped in with a bunch of kids you didn't know. And then high school, both middle schools dump into one building.
Yeah.
But for my kids in Brecksville Broadview Heights, it was you would go from 4 elementary schools to 1 middle school.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is when we're going to, it's 1 elementary school goes to 1 middle school, goes to 1 high school.
It's super tiny, I'm sure.
Yeah, there would be in Brecksville Broadview Heights for my kids, it would have been 4 classes of, let's say, 4th graders in each school. Mm-hmm. And where we are now, there's 4 classes of 4th graders.
Oh, that's
so there's
cool.
a bunch of kids, but...
Yeah, that's really good.
So we're looking forward to a little bit smaller.
Oh, yeah. Angie, what's up? Says by the time you get to high school, you're acquainted with everyone, so high school is great. I think also kids kind of find themselves by the time they get to high school. And everybody's just, trying to do their thing. Well, thank you.
All right, peeps.
We love y'all. Peace out.
See you tomorrow. And actually, by the way, before we go, quick to remind you, this is actually our farewell week of overtime.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in the days ahead, but these are the final episodes of your daily overtime.